Hey everybody, it's Memorial Day and I have the day off, and if I was Casey Neistat I would have sunglasses on because it's kind of a serious video, but it's also a happy video. And so I don't take any money on my little YouTube channel, but Karen and I have been buying these Love Pop cards, and we get them at a little bookstore in Redmond, and we really like this bookstore. They're kind of pricey, these little cards, but we got my mother one, a Lily one that I wanted to buy, but they're sold out, and my mother loved the card. So this first card, and I'm going to actually open it. It comes in some nice plastic, which I think is nice. It protects the card. And this one is the Bluebird. It's going to be for my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Jackie. I'm so happy I just got to see you in Austin. It was a great trip. I'm going to talk about that trip a little bit. Anyway, this says they're all about... well, they're like pop-up books as kids. Remember when we had those? Well, this one, when you open it up, is a bluebird. And I hope the camera will focus on it good. And another nice thing they do is you write your card on this little piece that slides out so you don't mess up the pop-up of the bluebird. And it's real pretty on the front. And this is for my sister's birthday. And that's a happy card. And then there is another card I got, and this one is called Tulip Bouquet. And one thing that is cool up here, it's kind of past, they happen in April, is the beautiful tulips. They're so cool up here. And this is called Tulip Bouquet, and I hope the camera does it justice. And this card is to a friend of mine, Mimi, who just lost her wife. She got diagnosed with stomach cancer and died. And so that's why if I was Casey Neistat, I'd have sunglasses on. This is going to be a hard card to write because what do you put in there? What do you write? And you want to say you're sorry. And then these are some thoughts that I hope I can put into words pretty good. I used to, when I was a young woman, I think it was like in my mid-20s, I lived in Houston in a little house with Mimi and another woman, Joss. And one time I got really, really sick, and Mimi would make me chamomile tea and tuck me in, and I would hope that in some small way my card could be like that tea and the hug that she would give me and the tuck in into bed, because she didn't get me well, but it made me feel better. And the other thing I want to say something about Becky. I didn't know Becky very well, but I remember one time in Austin, Mimi's sister Betsy had us over, and we all sat by a fire pit in the backyard, and here's some thoughts I had about Becky. I liked that she wore real comfortable clothes, and they were pretty, because I wear comfortable clothes, but they're like black sweatpants or something. And the other thing was, she didn't know me, she didn't know Karen, but she asked a lot of questions and she was very engaging, and that meant a lot to me. But she was also soft-spoken, and those were really good attributes, and those are my thoughts about Becky, and I'm so sad for Mimi, and I hope that you're doing okay. So that's the card for her. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was a little bit about my trip to Austin. I loved it. It was wonderful. And here are some of the things that I liked. My sister planned it all, and on Saturday we took my mom to the ballet Giselle, and on Sunday we went to St. Mary's Cathedral for Mass. That's where my mother was married, and it was beautiful stained glass. Just the whole thing was just beautiful. And then we went to a really fancy restaurant, Jeffrey's, and treated my mom to a wonderful brunch. It was a buffet, but they had so many cool things to try and eat. And whenever I go on, when other people go on a trip, I say, when you come back, tell me about the best thing you ate, and that'll be your present. So I'm going to give back by saying my present. They had these scones, and I love scones. I shouldn't eat them, but I love them. I had 2 while I was there, and they had crystallized sugar on the top that was just delicious. And I told the waitress I didn't see any butter or jam, and she goes, oh, let me bring you some. The butter was hand whipped, and it was just so good. You know, real butter is so good. And they had homemade strawberry jam with marigolds, and Jackie grows the marigolds for Jeffrey's. And it was not sweet, and you could taste freshness in it. That's all I can say. And I bet I ate 2, they brought them in little cups, the jelly. I bet I had 2 full ones. And that was by far the best thing I ate on the whole trip. The other thing that was cool about this trip is we decided we weren't going to worry about cost. And usually I worry about price, and when you don't, it's kind of cool. My sister bought us great tickets for Giselle. And we couldn't decide, will we Uber to the ballet or what? Well, we decided to take our car, and we just paid for extra valet parking, and they put it right out in front. So when we came out of the ballet, it was kind of drizzly and cold, but we just walked right to the car, and that was cool for my mom. So every so often, it is good to just really splurge, because it makes for a really convenient, enjoyable thing. And for your mom, especially as they get older, it's kind of nice to do that. And then when we went to Jeffrey's, you know, Jeffrey's is kind of a high-end restaurant in Austin, and the service is different. I'm just going to say the attention to detail, the knowing when to ask, always bringing a clean plate, always bringing new silverware. These are things my mom likes at a buffet. When you're done eating and you're going to get a new plate, the silverware should change out. And, you know, I might hate it a little bit when I get the credit card bill back, but it was just so awesome. And that was something my dad always said, why go second class when you can go first class, because it's so much better. And we did that. And another thing that I did was when I first got my camera, bought kind of a cruddy camera bag. And I bought a really good one for the trip. And once again, there's attention to detail in higher end products that you don't get in lower end products. And this bag is designed so that you can get to it on the sides, but all the zippers are sealed, so it's harder to slit if you're a pickpocket. The way the clasps lock, everything is thought out. And it looks good, so I'm going to show you that bag. Once again, this is not sponsored. These are just some things I bought. So this is the bag I bought. I think it looks pretty good. I like this clasp on the top. You pull down and it kind of locks. There's 4 levels. I think that looks pretty good. And then when it locks, like a pickpocket can't just pull it. They have to push in and pull down to unlock. So I guess you would feel that. And on the sides, you know, your camera goes in there. And these zip up. And then this little loop, you can undo it and lock it to this little loop right here on the bag so that you can't just pull the zipper down. It's locked onto here. Now, I mean, you could cut this thing and then do it, but hopefully you would feel that. And if you notice, all the zippers are sealed. You can't see the zipper, and so it's harder to cut. This material is hard to cut. These straps are really, really comfortable. They've got a million ways to attach it. You've got a thing that you can put across your chest. You have a thing you can put across your waist. All the straps hide down in here in the little pockets. And when you take it off your shoulder, you can access the bag from the side. And it holds my 15-inch laptop in the back, so nobody could get to that. It's just a well thought out bag. I think it's really pretty too. And I forget who makes it. You also have straps down here to put extra stuff in. I mean, everywhere you go, there's straps and things to attach to, and like you can put your tripod at the bottom or whatever. Let me get the name of this. It's right here. It's Peak Design. They're in San Francisco, so this is my shout out to this company. This bag was, I think, $280 or something, but I bought a bag for $65 that's just crap. I mean, I'm not going to use it anymore. It's not comfortable. So you decide. I mean, I've wasted $65, and I really like this bag for travel. It holds all my camera stuff, my laptop safe, my iPad safe. So I kind of got off tangent there for a minute on the bag, but my point is, it's good to be frugal, and I'm pretty frugal, but it's also good every so often to go all out. And in light of the passing of somebody special, Becky, I think we should treat ourselves to nice things. I work hard, and my mother loved the trip, and I'll put some pictures here at the end of our trip. My sister and I walked around Austin on Sunday afternoon. That was a blast. I got to see a dear friend, Debbie, and visit with her. She gave me good advice about some work struggles I have. And so that was my trip. And once again, condolences to Mimi, and happy birthday to Jackie. I love you so much. I hope you like your card. There's some gifts for you in El Paso that Mom has for you. Mom and I had fun buying them. And that's all. Happy Memorial Day. Thanks to everybody who served our country. My dad didn't really like being in the Army, but he served. So thanks, Dad. And that's this video. Bye!